How's it, everybody? Spike from Wavescape here with your surf report for Wednesday the 7th of July all the way through to next weekend, also Saturday the 17th of July. I just wanted to show you a couple of storms that are heading our way, and we're in for another little boost of winter. My friend here, Purple Teddy, is here just to make sure that I don't descend into purple prose talk. In other words, get too enthusiastic, because apparently that's a bit uncool. But we certainly are in for another burst of winter. Nothing like the recent spell of huge waves, massive winds and big rain we had. At our house in the deep south of Cape Town, we recorded 105 millimeters of rain in 6 days. Pretty cool. Tanks are full and we're ready for summer. It was nothing like that gigantic storm a couple of years ago. Remember that?
Cycling in his wetsuit. Oh my god! Woo!
The car over there, our car.
Okay, it's okay.
Look at the car, it's been smashed against the side.
It's okay. It's relax.
But what I wanted to show you was three main storms. This big one on Friday, the first one, this one here, Thursday, the one I'm talking about, the big guy over here, gigantic storm, massive fetch. And then just to show you what happens on Sunday. So basically the front from that huge storm approaches us. By then the storm has weakened and moved past us far below the coastline. As it approaches us on Sunday evening, the front kind of arrives. We do get a little bit more rain or whatever, but then it moves further and further away. And then check what it does. It starts to actually strengthen again. And there's this huge area of strong south to southeast winds that develops on Tuesday. Of course, what that means is lots of interesting options for those protected points and bays up the east coast. And then after that, the jet stream changes. Everything starts to be pushed down below the country and move in a very west to east trajectory. So if you have a look at that flow there, we're in for a little bit of a lull. But that's only going to be after next weekend or so, pending what happens to these storms down here. Anyway, let's look at the regions bit by bit. Starting Wednesday the 7th, we've got a nice glassy patch around in Cape Town, a 6-foot near shore swell that's running, ambient 11 foot times 14 seconds southwest swell, which basically means 6, maybe 8 foot along open coast. East winds up the east coast and light northeast to southeast winds up the KZN side. Overnight into Thursday, the onshores continue up the east coast. And here comes the cold front, Cape Town going fresh to strong. Wind gusts, we realize, wow, pretty powerful, pretty fierce northwesterly winds blowing up to 43 knots all the way down the southwestern Cape Coast, and that's going to turn into a big buster that goes up the coast. As this front arrives, you'll see the forerunner of the wind hitting the Cape Town area at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then the rain being in that big band of northwesterly wind and backed by that southwesterly wind, which is actually the line of the cold front. And there you see the line of the cold front. There it is. And that's where all the precipitation is and the rain and so on. We'll be getting light rain in the morning. By late morning and noon into lunchtime is when the strong showers will begin. Those will push inland and lots of good rain right up until 9, 10 at night. Snow inland, moving eastwards to Knysna and a little bit even into the Kruger area, which is good for them because they're drought-stricken pretty much. And then Friday, fading and a few leftover showers, breaking up as it moves up the coast, which is par for the course. Surf-wise, here comes the swell, west at 12 feet at 8 seconds. And then by evening, it's really starting to arrive proper, 15 foot at 11 seconds. A huge bandwidth basically behind the swell. In other words, if you're looking at the wind, all sorts of directions are going to be coming in there with all this different angles and directions and a big wodge of wind just coming and clapping us. So that's really messy storm swell. Nothing to get too excited about. On Thursday, as that buster starts to smash up the coast, and as you can see, if we zoom in on Durban, we'll see how it actually transpires. Basically, by Friday, there's those northeasterlies blowing, but then boom, Friday morning, the buster is all the way through, and it's pumping, dying off and going southeast. For the rest of the coast, you'll see that those dying westerly busters are going to be going to crisp offshore, and there's plenty of big swell, and geographically will clean up the swell. In other words, those bays like, PE, J Bay, St. Francis, Plet, Stillbar, Mossel Bay, we'll be getting some cooking surf, nice crispy westerly offshore winds. Cape Town, leftover northwesterlies. By Saturday, crispy northwesterly winds and still cooking surf, 12 foot, 10 foot, 13 seconds, 11 foot, good winds as well. Certainly for the Dorney up the east coast, but for the Southern Cape and Western Cape, cooking. And then a lovely glassy patch, meaning that Sunday will cook as well, early in the morning before the onshore comes up the east coast. The Southern Cape, it's firing, plenty of waves, pouring through the winter factory, 14 foot at 15 seconds, 11 feet at 14 seconds, plenty of grunt, plenty of size. The right places will be firing, obviously, light northerlies. Monday morning, absolute perfection, especially in the Southern and Eastern Cape, just cooking. Again, waves still pouring through, really good size. 0 foot at 2 seconds, no brew, that's not possible. That's more like it. 12 foot southwest at 15 seconds, and then all the way up the coast, 10 foot at 14 seconds. Cape Town still banging on 14 foot at 15 seconds, just cooking. And then let's just look at that other front. So it arrives, winds go fresh to strong northwesterly, big huge offshore winds pumping over the interior. Durban northwesterly, berg winds giving away, and then there'll be a buster coming up pretty soon. Here it comes, boom, big busters smashing up into Tuesday, pumping Tuesday. And then I just want to see what actually happens in terms of the storm. So around the sort of southwestern quadrant of the storm, it's 19 foot, 21 foot, 11 seconds, and then big grunt, of course, is just at that wind fetch there. So that wind fetch is heading that way. So that's not really what we're interested in, but we're interested in this portion here. This portion all the way along here, which is spraying the swell. So if it's a southeast swell at 21 feet at 11 seconds there, and that, that's heading that way. And then there's all the south swell already heading from that storm. So we're looking to Wednesday, Thursday is when we're going to be really seeing the grunt from that portion, cooking winds as well. So what I'm saying is that south to southeast swell is going to be arriving after that buster that comes through on Wednesday. During the day on Wednesday, it should be filling in. But Thursday looks like it could be an absolutely epic day of surfing up the southern to eastern Cape Coast and in KZN. Into Friday, a little bit of an onshore, but probably Dorney's there and it's cooking. I mean, it's actually hard to do these surf reports because there's so much going on. You can't concentrate, but more on the way. 10 foot at 14 seconds for Cape Town. Yeah, man, so that's just a quick snapshot. I'm going to have to probably edit the crap out of this because I've been all over the show. But anyway, have a good one. See you in the water. Enjoy it. Cheers.